The following is a special presentation of the Informed Elder Care Podcast. For many seniors that are driving today, conditions, cars, and roads have changed. Seniors can adapt better by making their car fit. One program that assists with that is CarFit. This national program educates seniors in order to keep them safe and mobile. Pat Colvin with the Area Health Education Center in Jacksonville, Florida, explains and takes us on a brief tour of CarFit.
The purpose of the program is to help seniors drive safely, maintain their health and wellness. It's not about whether they should be driving. I always try to emphasize that because our seniors get a little concerned about that. But it's just to make sure that they're driving as safely as possible.
Okay, so just take me through the first station when someone comes up. What's the first thing that a volunteer is going to do with them?
So two trained volunteers will stand at each car at a station. The car will pull up. The participant stays in their car pretty much at all times except at the very last checkout. But the two volunteers will take their clipboard, which has their checklist and the data sheet, and they proceed to, of course, greet them, introduce themselves, and go through a 12-point checklist with the participant. Starting out with, are they wearing their seatbelt? Is it comfortable? Are they wearing it correctly? Do they know how to adjust it? Are they the only driver of the car? We have a volunteer walk back behind the car and then gradually walk toward the car to see if the participant can see in the blind spot. And they keep walking toward the car until the participant can no longer see them, so that way that they know that they have don't have a problem with the blind spot.
Okay, because sometimes maybe it's not just the car and maybe not just with them, but maybe they have physical disabilities that maybe can make it difficult for them to drive that they may not be aware of. So is there something like aids like that can help them get into the car, or maybe when they're seated in the car that's just making it more comfortable for them to drive?
After we do the checklist, we identify what we call red flags. If they're having trouble with the seatbelt or they're having trouble turning their head, particularly physical problems, then the next station, the checkout station, we actually have an occupational therapist or a physical therapist there, and they will look at those things that have been marked as a red flag. And we have samples of different adaptive devices that they can recommend to them that would help them drive more comfortably and safer. As particularly at the cushion, we have a device that can help them turn the keys in the ignition. We have a device that helps them turn in the seat. Another one that helps them get in and out of the seat. Actually, it lifts their feet into the car. Another one attaches to the driver's inside door, to help them lift themselves into the seat if you have arthritis. So the occupational and physical therapist spend some time with them at the very end of the program, and they'll actually ask them to get out of the car at the last checkpoint, the checkout point, and walk around the car. The purpose of that is to see if they have pretty good mobility. We found that if they have good mobility in general, walking around the car, then they're generally have a better chance of being a good, safe driver. Okay, but we also give them additional information about the adaptive devices and show them examples of those adaptive devices that they might want to use.
Well, Pat, I want to thank you for being on the Informed Elder Care Podcast with us today.
Thank you for being here and observing what we do.
For more helpful and free information, go to informedeldercare.com. Reporting for the Informed Elder Care Podcast, I'm Mark Crevo.